What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? This your boy Scott Lewis, apartment gamer, and more. Brooklyn Nets Stoop Edition. Here with a pregame. We the Nets play the Lakers today at 7:30 at the Barclays Center. Um, what's the news going around the league now? Um, a lot of trades, a lot of movement is starting to pick up right now at the deadline. Let's look at the trade deadline. Let's look at what's going on in the league. Let's see. All right, Jared Jackson Jr. to the Jazz in an 8-player deal. The Grizzlies decided to let Utah is trying to make a move for next season. I assume they're trying to make a move for next season, using Jared Jackson Jr. When you look at their roster, it's gonna be kind of decent. I mean, considering they got their draft picks for this year, which they trying to. I'm wondering if they're gonna sit Jared because wouldn't they? I think it's the top 8 for them in their draft pick. So let me take a look at it. They sent over the pick that was the Utah sent to Memphis, include Los Angeles Lakers 2027, the most favorable of the other first rounders. The Jazz own in 2027, Cleveland Cavaliers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Phoenix Suns. 2031 sources that, and the Phoenix Suns 2031. So they're giving out 3 number 1 picks to go to Jackson. 26 is a 2-time NBA All-Star. This is a aggressive move that indicates that Utah strong desire to be competitive next season after a frustrating 4 years of rebuild since the franchise last played a playoff appearance. Okay. Marketing. The NBA 8th leading scorer this season has been widely speculated as a trade candidate, but could teams with Jackson as a okay, all right. Well, I mean, it seems to me like Utah is in a desperate situation and they trying to bounce back real quick. I mean, this is a quick move. I don't think a lot of people saw this coming. Actually, we got
Hey
here
Scott.
John. We got John. What's up, John? We got
It-
John. Everything BK Nets. What's good, John?
Good to be here. Trade deadline's definitely gone up a few notches, just like you said it. Nobody had this as a source that Utah wanted Jaren Jackson Jr. And I got to give it to Memphis. The Desmond Bain one, nobody knew was going to happen. The Jaren Jackson one, a little connection with Boston, all of that, not much. And I got to say, Utah is definitely cashed in because they want to win. They want to form some big, insane front court of Laurie Markin at the 3, Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 4, and they want to re-sign Kessler Walker to be their 5. So I get what Danny Ainge is doing, having a bigger, tougher front court, regardless of skill set, offense, and all that. Having a big front court is kind of what a lot of teams want to do. You saw Houston opening night with 4 guys over 6'10", 6'11". It's like there's a model that Utah wants to follow right now, which is if we can't superstar our way through the West, we might as well have a tall ass front court to do so. So I got to give it to Utah. They cashed in their chips on Jaren Jackson Jr., Clayton, and 3 firsts going to Memphis with a few other players. Memphis, they know where they stand in the pecking order in the West. Not good, but they have, I think, 12 or 13 firsts, so they're in a position to start a rebuild. John Morant is likely going to follow exit soon. And for Utah, the crazy thing is they have a team that can compete next year. They have some really good pieces. You also have Ace Bailey now as your shooting guard. So yeah, Utah is getting bigger. There's a lot more fun dynamics. The only problem is they're trying to protect that Utah pick of theirs. And right now, if it falls out of top eight, that pick goes to OKC. So they have to find some way to rest guys that want to help them compete right now. So that's for Utah to figure out. But yeah, it was definitely the biggest move of the day. And you had a smaller sub tier move between Bulls, Minnesota, and Pistons. Pistons, who said they want to do much, gave up
Right.
Ivy because they didn't want to pay him, but they did get back Kevin Hooter, 3 point scorer, adds more to their 3 point offense because they
Yeah.
definitely need another shooter, so they get that guy on the cheap. The Bulls are making a lot of moves right now. I don't think anybody expected the Bulls to do what they're doing, but got to give it to the Bulls. They should have rebuilt years ago, but they're making better moves than most. They got Jaden Ivey, who they're likely going to pay. And this is also I wanted to mention. Brian Windhorst came up with a new terminology called pre-agency, which is when teams go after players to use up said cap space because free agency doesn't exist anymore. Them go after Jaren Jackson Jr. was Utah using a heavy chunk of their cap space to be a competitive team. Same thing with the Bulls. They're likely going to
Right.
re-sign Jaden Ivey with their cap space, and also the Bulls did the big move that listen, the move with the Celtics and the Bulls, Anthony Simons from Boston in a second to the Bulls for Nikola Vucic. The Nets could have done that deal. We all knew Sean and Stevens were talking for months. Obviously, Sean had a first round pick price. If it was one, I can understand why we would potentially not be part of this deal. But if Sean Marks wanted more than a first for Dayron Sharp, let's say, that's not a good way to do business. What you could have got out of this, if you had to take, let's say, Simons 3 seconds for Dayron, you would have had over $27 million in extra cap space. The Nets could have went from $44 million in cap space to over $60 million in cap space. So now the Bulls have extra cap space to add more to whatever they're trying to do right now. So right now the Brooklyn Nets aren't doing much, but there was definitely some good activity for the Bulls today and for Utah. And right now the James Harden thing, let's talk about that for a second. James Harden, is this his fourth or fifth time he wants out of a team right now? And I said this, that when the Clippers did so bad at the beginning of the season, James Harden's thinking in the back of his mind, money, and am I on a team to win a championship? Nobody, I don't think, thought the Clippers, even though the Clippers are doing well right now, I don't think anybody thought the Clippers would be a second round team, let's say, given the fact that James and Kawhi are the only reason they won the last 16 out of 20 games. So for James Harden, it's a business decision. He wants to go to Cleveland, I'm hearing. Apparently the deal is Darius Garland from the Cavs for James Harden, and that is right now potentially going to be what's going to go down within the next few hours or probably tomorrow. But that's right now the deal on the surface. And for the Cavs, they realize the core four is not going to be a long term thing because Donovan Mitchell, from what Brian Windhorst said, is he's looking at other avenues if the Cavs aren't a serious championship team. So getting Harden to the East to pair with Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, and Allen, I think it's a gamble worth taking because James Harden is number one in pick and rolls in his career right now. So having Mobley and Allen next to him, I think it allows James Harden to maximize himself without having to be a first option. We've seen James as a first option disappear a lot in the playoffs. Now he has a Donovan Mitchell potentially next to him and a Mobley and an Allen. So I feel like for the Cavs, this move works. And for the Clippers, they get younger with Garland. So, yeah, I think that's a deal that's going to satisfy both parties. But the worrying
Yeah.
thing is the Clippers still owe OKC a lottery pick. And this is where the crazy thing is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you're asking me who's winning right now in this deadline, it's OKC because Utah has a competitive team right now. And if they win games, that pick could go to OKC. And the Clippers, if they don't get out of this lottery with a Garland Kawhi duo, they still owe OKC a pick. So as much as there's some teams making moves for the future or trying to win right now, OKC still has a lot of power to deal with. So yeah, right
Yeah.
now that Harden
You
Garland
think they will sit? They
thing, I think
think they will sit. They'll find a way to to make them sit down. Jared Jackson Jr.
I
instead of
think
trying to give that pick up because
I,
marketing is already sitting out.
yeah, so like they should have no problem with Jaren Jackson Jr. I know for Jaren Jackson Jr. the guy's a competitor, but right now you do not want to try to win right now until next year. So I mean, this is what Danny Ainge does. He has no problem making these big bombastic moves when he feels he has to, but
Word,
he has no
word.
problem.
No,
He
he
has
had
no
no
problem
problem
taking
paying
either.
the two
Yeah.
what is 200,000 or whatever, some stupid number 2 million. What is it? It's no money to them. They'll sit Jared Jackson Jr. down.
Well, they also used a heavy amount of their cap space for this summer to take on Jackson's contract, so they want to compete next year. Right now, though, you don't want to give OKC a top 9 or 10 lottery pick, and then on top of that, the Clippers pick. If that doesn't get out of the lottery, like OKC could be in a scary position right now that no other lottery team wants to share with them. So yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem for Utah to rest these guys like Jaren
No,
Jackson and some of these other players. But I will give to Danny Ainge though. Nobody saw him making a move like this with Jerry Jackson Jr. But
no, they
even
didn't
they
see
said
this.
but even
They
they
didn't.
said at the beginning of the season that they don't want to tank anymore. So they made this move with the intention that after this lottery pick, it's all going up from there. And honestly, the West just keeps getting crazier and crazier by the minute. And if James Harden goes to the East, that definitely makes things a little more competitive for the Cavs. But I think right now there's still other moves. The Giannis move is still up for a lot of discussion. I just saw a deal might not get done tonight that apparently Minnesota has moved ahead of everybody right now because apparently, according to Jake Fisher, the Bucks value the
Oh, we lost it.
players as
Yeah. Oh, the player asset that they have.
Jaden
Yeah.
McDaniels, young players like Dillingham, and there's another guy, Leonard Miller. So
Right.
they're gonna have to rope in 2 to 3 teams to let's say give up assets for McDaniels or for Randall, and there has to be enticement, I think, from both sides. So yeah, if Timberwolves could pull this off, getting a Giannis and Ant Man, the Greek Freak and Ant Man combination, that makes the West even scarier because that is a scary two, but what is the depth around it going to be? Like, if Minnesota pulls this off, you'd figure at least 2 or 3 core pieces are likely going elsewhere. And is that going to be enough for Minnesota to be a legit team? But at this point, you have a generational player in Giannis and you have a generational talent in Ant Man. Why wouldn't you go for it at this point? So I understand it. Worry about the depth later. If this is Minnesota's big move to say, we're here, I think they got to go for it as much as they can because right now, what I'm hearing is that besides the Timberwolves, Miami's still in it. Warriors are still in it, but right now I hear that the Bucks apparently like what Minnesota's offering from a players aspect, but they can always change their mind and go with the picks aspect of the Warriors. And Miami just got a little bit of both, but if you ask me right now, it's probably coming down between Warriors and Timberwolves at this moment. The Knicks, they're out of it. I don't think the Knicks, if they wanted to, could pull a crazy multi-team deal because first off, nobody wants to help the Knicks. Second of all, nobody wants to help the Knicks. And third of all, nobody wants to give the Knicks a generational superstar. Like, come on.
Do you
Nobody
think
should be
so?
surprised. I mean, why would they? Why would anybody want Carthy Towns?
Well,
50
yeah,
$60
yeah.
million
I
dollar
mean,
contract. It's a horrible asset at this point.
yeah, 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 yeah. I agree. I mean, they the most least favorite to
Mm-hmm.
me. But the thing is, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, calling they would have to literally give up a lot of stuff too, and I don't think they capable of doing so. Hey, I mean, even though Giannis might want to come to New York, he should come to Brooklyn. He should
If
come to Brooklyn
if
because
we
you ain't gonna gut Brooklyn if you come here. You couldn't you they have money to spend on you. They have space, they have assets that Milwaukee want. I think it's up to the off season. I really believe Giannis ain't moving into an off season anyway.
No, I can understand why you'd say that, but everything I'm hearing is that they likely want to get a deal because the Bucks have offered counter offers. If you're offering counter offers, it means I like certain aspects, but I'm going to need this, and this. And right now, Minnesota, if they could find a way to trade some core pieces to collect assets, I think they can do it. Jaden McDaniels is a top defender in this league, a guy I think a lot of teams that want to be competitive and want to win would be willing
Nobody
to,
really
let's say,
wanted
give up a
him.
pick or
Nobody
two.
wanted him prior to this. You know that,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
Nobody
but
really. I mean, he was. To me, he's an overachiever.
he's a good defender. And then Nas Reed. Everybody should want a Nas Reed. Nas Reed was a sixth man at one point, a multi versatile defender, offensive guy. Like, I think Minnesota could pull this off, but at the same time, you're going to be down core members of your starting lineup. So that's the worry in the offseason, though. Minnesota could pull it off, but you have to be willing to sell 2 or 3 of your core guys to accomplish it, which it can be done. But I think Minnesota is in a better place than the Knicks because the Minnesota players aren't making over 50, $60 million like Towns is, and Bridges his defense has gone down so badly that why would anybody want to give up picks for him at this point? So yeah, I just think the Knicks had enough time. And if you talk about the biggest move the Nets have made, is they have the Giannis trade package in Brooklyn. So if the Knicks never did that Bridges move, they could have gotten him right now. I guarantee you, Scott, if they never did the Bridges move, the Knicks could have gotten Giannis right now, and they decided to blow their assets a year too soon, and that's their consequences to deal with. So yeah, I would say Timberwolves, Warriors are where it's leaning at right
Yeah,
now. But the
yeah,
Cavs, I'm hearing, are talking about to a lot of different teams about Giannis, about Anthony Davis, and about Harden. So we'll see what they do. But if you ask me what they're going to do, it's likely the Harden deal. I don't think they're going after a Davis or a Giannis anytime soon. So that's where the Cavs are at. But other than that, there's still moves to be made. But you can kind of see now other teams are realizing we can't wait for Giannis to get done. We got to make wheel and deal stuff. I heard the Raptors and the Kings are talking about
right.
a deal involving Sabonis to the Kings. No, Sabonis going to the Raptors and RJ Barrett going to the Kings, but they need a third team to take on Jakob Poeltl's semi-bad contract, and they're willing to attach draft capital to. I think the Nets, if they were going to move a Claxton or Dayron, if you could get a first attached to Jakob Poeltl and use your cap space, why wouldn't you? He has a back issue right now. We can rest him the rest of the season, and we collect an asset. But I can understand why people don't like his contract, but still, we got to move off of one o'clock or day run. The Celtics deal was one of our best opportunities, but Sean Marks screwed that up. So you'd figure OKC is one of your other chances because they're looking for a cheap center like a Dayron because they want to move a Hartenstein in the future, and they have 4 picks going to this summer. So look at OKC to make a move late around this deadline because they have to obviously plan ahead. So yeah, there's still time for us to make moves, but Sean Marks again, pick up your cell phone. Like the problem with Sean Marks is he makes outrageous demands. Like everything has to be a one or two first. It can never just be one first to get good cap space. It always has to be something elaborate. And it's like you see what these GMs are doing, Scott. They're not playing bullshit right now. They're trying to get deals done. They could kind of benefit both sides, but at the same time, both sides aren't screwing each other over. Like I don't know what Sean Marks' thought process is, but you have $15 million in excess cap space, and the Chicago Bulls are making out like bandits right now. That's what's mind
Yeah.
boggling me.
I think Sean is in the wait and see mode. I know sometimes waiting too long can be
Got a
bad
day
though.
left, Scott. We got a day left here. I mean, I don't know how
I
much
know.
longer we're gonna wait.
Well, there ain't nothing. Jared Jackson Jr. wasn't. It's surprising, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no blockbuster move. I mean, Gilo, salute. What's up, salute, man?
So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, it's still like I'm surprised of the move, but I'm not surprised in a way because Utah needed to do something, man. They need to do something. They need to do something, and they need to do it now. They can't wait on it the next. They only got one draft pick left. They, like you said, they need to not be winning games really because they're going to lose their draft pick. So it's weird. It's a weird situation. It's still the Giannis thing is still holding up a lot of moves. I'm telling you, the
yeah, but
Giannis thing is holding up a lot
I
of
gotta give it
moves.
to the Bulls though. Like they have like 9 guards right now, but clearly they're gonna move. I think Kobe White and this other guy they want to move too. So it's like the Bulls are making moves right now, and they're still a middle sub tier playing team, but they're making moves, and it's like we're not trying to win anything this year, but we have all these assets to potentially work with. And Sean Marks, like I keep saying, he always wants to wait for the big offer to be thrown at him. But this is a new CBA era. Like the mindset has to change. Like
I think.
Look what
I
Brad
think.
Stevens did, Scott, for a second.
Yeah.
Look what Brad Stevens did. She salary dumped Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and he just traded Simons $27 million for Nikola Vucic. Not one first round draft pick. This is crazy. Not one first round draft pick did he have to attach to either of those three salaries, which is hard to do. But like you kind of just see, there's one GM who knows how to plan ahead, and we have our GM who really we never know what his thought process is. What I'm trying to get at, and it's disappointing because you actually have stuff to work with, and yeah, he's playing dumb right now, and it's like that's not a way to do things. Wait last minute because nobody's going to wait for him.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's still it's time. I mean, I don't think he really want to move anything until the off season. I honestly believe he don't want to move anything till the off season. Really, because it's. I think the draft has a lot to do with where Sean want to go, who he get, whether he gets a guard, whether he gets Boozer, whether he gets. You know what I'm saying? I think that dictates which way Sean swings, and I don't think just because people are moving that. Who's to say like these moves that people are doing are actually going to work? They're going to still be okay. Yeah, you're going to be playoff teams, but you're not going to win a title. So, I'm just saying for Sean, it's trying to get the right pieces. Right now, Yegor Demon is part of the future. We know that. I mean, to me, to be honest with you, he's the only one that is worthy of keeping. To me, that's my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. One of the, Danny Wolf could work out. To be honest, I would trade Danny Wolf if it means getting Giannis here.
I'd rather keep both, honestly.
Danny Wolf will be gone. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I would sooner trade Saraf, and I wouldn't want to do this, but Danny Wolf, what he could give you with playmaking and
you gotta make it sweet. You gotta make it sweet. We can't have it both ways. We gotta make it sweet, man.
Noah Clowney's back in the starting lineup. By the way, it seems Noah Clowney's back injury is all good now. He's back in the starting lineup, and Nola and Yegor again are starting.
Clowney be gone too. Clowney be gone. I'd give up 3 or 4 players. Are you crazy?
Clowney would have been the main guy we would have sent out for Giannis because they play at power forward, but it's like you literally go from a guy who's barely hit his potential to a guy who's maxed out his potential, but he still has a lot more to give. So that would have been my main piece going on. Just for us, the timing doesn't work. But here's another thing I'm going to keep saying. Free agency, just like what Utah did with Jaren Jackson Jr., just like what the Bulls did with Ivy. Free agency, like I think Lee for somebody said, it's dead right now. It's not an existing thing. Trade market is the new free agency. So it's like if there's somebody out there the Nets want, then I understand why you're saving all your assets, but you got to get that guy. If it's just let's keep MPJ, keep Claxton, keep Dayron, let's do nothing, this roster is not going to give you great results next year. It's not good enough. This roster is not good enough next year.
No. We know that. We know that.
Like, we got to make some alterations here.
Yeah. We will. What about Ja? I said that. I said the Nets could go for Ja. I said the Nets might go for Ja.
Depends what you want to send out because I saw Chris just put a trade out there. He's actually trading the buddies, Claxton and our Knicks 2027 for Ja. I consider it. I'm only giving up 1 first. And Claxton, I mean, we kind of don't know what to do with his future at this point, and his value is kind of not good, but it's not great either. So, like, if that's what we're doing to get Ja on the cheap, okay, because we still have Danny Wolf, we still have Dayron. Like, we could also go after a big to pair with Ja Morant, but I do agree with what Breezy has said. We should not be last in pick and rolls. If we're going to get a center of the future, it's got to be a center that point guards can initiate pick and rolls with, lob dunks, all that. Like Claxton, they haven't done many dunks with him this year at all because we've turned Claxton into this point wing type guard, and it's like not good. It's not good.
Well, he fit. The numbers are good, though. His numbers are good.
Not as approachable center, though.
I think what's hurting us is 5 rookies. That's what's hurting us. Let's be real. That's what's hurting us.
We play Terrence Mann too many minutes. That hurts too. Hurts too.
Yeah. But I mean, you're talking about Claxton. I mean, it ain't Claxton really.
His defense is a huge problem. No, as much as people say he's a defensive anchor, Scott, we have not.
No, I don't think he's a great defensive player. I don't. No, I'm not saying that.
That's not good.
I'm not saying. Well, there's a lot of centers in this league that's just average.
Got some pretty big centers, though. We got some pretty big centers, though.
I know. We really don't. I don't consider Claxton a center. I don't even see why people keep saying that.
That's the problem.
Why I understand that, but that's on Sean. Sean don't want to get a big body in his, other
Then he
than
should be
Daron.
fired. Then he should be fired. If you can't be a GM in this NBA era and have an actual censor, your team is never going to be built for success. Like you did the Claxton thing because you had three superstars a few years ago. Fast forward, the centers are getting big. When I see Duran against Claxton in a jump ball, the despairing differences is insane.
Oh,
One guy's the
yeah,
Incredible Hulk, the other guy still has college weight.
yeah,
That's not
Gylo, you're
good.
right. Gylo, you're right, man. I don't know when the last time. I don't even think he ever drafted a real center.
Jared Allen, that was it. And Jared Allen just
Yeah.
dropped
Oh,
40
Yeah,
points.
Jared
Did you see
Allen.
that?
Yeah.
Jared Allen dropped 40 points the other night. And when's the last time Claxton ever got 30 points in a game? Anybody?
Yeah. Yeah. The thing about Sean is when he see an opportunity, he takes it though. That
For
I give him
stars.
that.
For stars.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
He'll
what he
he'll
misses
he
that
will
moment.
take it now. So you can't like a lot of teams, a lot of if you listen to a lot of like Sham and them talk, they not mentioning anything about Brooklyn, but Sean is lurking. Sean is lurking right now. He's willing to throw the kitchen sink in to get what he wants.
If we could find a way to get one of those firsts from OKC for Dayron, I call that a good move for Marks because you do need another first in this draft. This is a very historic draft. You can pair picks to move up. Like getting a first from OKC at this point would be a great trade deadline move. If they're going to pair an Uzman Dieng in a late Rockets 2026 or somehow the Philly first, if we could swap a Knicks first, I'm totally fine with that too. Like we need to find a way to get a second first in this draft. And OKC, they're a team that wants to make a minor move, but at the same time they're willing to give some capital to make that minor move. It's just if Sean's not even want to do that, it's like we're just wasting time. And if we just do like one or two salary dumps for nothing and we trade a Cam or Thomas or a Haywood, it's like that's it. That's how we utilize this deadline to our abilities. Then we are probably waiting for the offseason. But at the same time, Scott, the offseason could not be in our favor at the same time either. But say MPJ's value goes down, say Claxton's value goes down, and Sean is still not satisfied. Remember, Dorian Finney-Smith was once worth 2 first-round picks, and then he held on to him. His value was D'Lo, a bag of chips, and 3 seconds. You can let that happen for two guys making over $20 million right now, Scott. It just can't happen. It just can't. That's what Sean Mark's problem is. He overvalues and then he undersells. People have not realized that trend with him. Listen, I get it. The Katie and Mikel thing, you managed to double that. Bravo. But building a real team, like Jelio says, he hasn't done it in 10 years, and there's a reason. It's because he doesn't develop good relationships with his talent, and it seems like his relationships with GMs ain't that good either, because if they were good, this guy would be on everybody's radar right now with a cell phone call. But it seems like everybody's moving to other people, like the Bulls. Who would have thought the Bulls would be making more moves than half these rebuilding teams right now? Nobody.
Right.
Like you got to be active. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm taking calls, but I'm not doing anything." You're a GM. That's your job to take calls, not to wait for somebody to call you. It's like waiting to be picked last for a dance or for dodgeball. Come on, Sean. He's got to be better at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. Sean waits to the last minute. We know that though. We
That's a
really
something thing.
well,
And tonight,
Gallo
and
say
tonight,
GM though we some fresh to take a look at the current team.
yep,
And yeah, maybe so. Maybe it's
we do
time
need
for
a
a
new set of
change.
eyes.
I always said that if Sean don't this doesn't pan out for us then this year and we ain't making a move or getting something getting better, Sean gotta go, man. I
Should have
ain't gonna
went
lie
years
to you.
ago. 20 years ago. This is like embarrassing. He traded James Harden for a fisherman, and this guy is still going to get traded for somebody. It's like we let superstar talent go because we can't keep him too long, but it's so easy for him to get them, but he can't keep them. It's like you need a legit team to build sustainability with. It's not building
Yo, and Jamal, the good thing,
sustainability.
let's look at what Jamal's saying. Question: how do you think Detroit and their fan base felt when they was losing all those? Listen, be honest with you. I'm being real honest, and everybody should just be honest. I understand. K Cunningham is
Watching
definitely
Jordy
a
bench these
star,
rookies.
but that
Watch,
being said, have they won anything? Have Detroit won anything yet? Have they won anything? I mean, when you look at Detroit, we know they talented. They're a tough team to beat. They're the best team in the East as far as score, but have they actually won anything right now? That's the question I ask y'all. Because you could be good all season and not win nothing. Not win nothing. And then what is all that for? What is it for? Tell me what the motivation is. Just to be like the rest of them? Just like to be the rest of the team that go home? Hopes and dreams, man. Hopes and dreams. All this movement is hopes and dreams. I'm telling you. The only team right now that I look at right now that I feel like if they were in the playoffs would be it's OKC right now, really, because they got their shit together.
And they have two other teams' picks. Like Utah is on a tightrope right now with talent, but they can't win. And then the Clippers. Listen, James Harden, I get why he did what he did. He wants to get paid, right? And this late in his age. That's why he wants to go to the East because it's more winnable. But at the same time, you have Kawhi Leonard who's carrying that team with all these injuries. And if you add a Garland, that's not magically going to win games, and they're barely almost out of the lottery. But out of the lottery, but at the same time, you have teams like Miami and Orlando and Warriors who all want to make moves. So it's like losing Harden, that's huge for them because they built their team around Harden and
Around
Kawhi. So
Harden, yeah,
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 so
yeah.
OKC still has all this power. So imagine the Utah pick goes to OKC and they have the Clippers pick. It's going to be an insane lottery day on May 10th because that team should not
Yeah.
have the power they do. That's why if Sean was going to do anything crazy, trade with OKC, swap some picks, take Hartenstein for Claxton, do something that puts us in a great position for this draft and for this summer. But doing nothing is not the answer because then you're going to the lottery with one pick, trying to roll a perfect 12 with dice. That's literally it.
Yeah, well, I mean, be honest with you, you losing anyway. This ain't it neither. You losing games just to be losing. That ain't
Especially
it
if you're
neither.
top 6 or 7. If you're not top 5, then
So,
yeah, I agree
so,
with you.
so technically, you have no choice but to roll a dice. That's
Because
what
we
it
have no
is.
stars. We have no stars. And
Yeah.
then the Cam Thomas
Well,
situation,
I
guys.
thought we was drafting the star. I
Right,
keep
right,
telling. I'm just saying it's all based on the draft size. It really
right.
is, and we only
And
got one
tonight,
pick.
I know this could be hard for the Cam fans, but tonight could be the last game of Cam Thomas' career. We talk about a diabolical relationship. We still don't know if somebody's going to trade for him in the next 36, 48 hours or if he's getting waived after the deadline. That's another failed draft pick that some
Yeah,
people had high hopes for. And it's like we literally are trying to find that one number one guy. Until we have a true number one guy, we're not going anywhere. As much as people like what MPJ's done, at this stage of his career, he's a third option. That's not a bad thing, but to make this guy the number one to get us back to a play-in, a first round, that's not the way to go about this. So if
yeah,
we have
Javon.
no,
Yeah, I just wanted to say this. Javon Ship was saying that's not fair for me to say what I said about Detroit. I get it though, Javon. You're right. I give him this year. I'll give him this year to do something. Detroit. Well, I mentioned Detroit, and he was saying they just got good last year, which is true. Which is true.
it's just like Scott's saying. This draft really is make or break for our future, and I really want us to get as high as possible. The
This
point of now,
draft is everything for us,
yeah,
John. This draft
the,
is
the
everything.
point of the point at this point, dropping a bottom three is you guarantee your pick doesn't fall less than 7. If it's outside of the bottom three, it could go anywhere. But if you're in bottom three, you're guaranteed no less than a top 7, a top 6,
I
or a
thought it was
top 5
5.
at worst.
I thought it was the top
If
5.
if you are the worst record, you're top 5. If you're second record, 6. If you're third,
See how
7.
those odds be bugged.
Mhm.
You see how crazy that is. You see how crazy it was for the Pelicans last year to actually get the 5th or the 6th pick,
They got the
being
7.
one of the worst teams in the NBA. To turn around and see Dallas and San Antonio actually get the 1 and 2 pick.
And that's why not tanking
Listen,
last year.
that's
That's
why
why
tanking is not working, man.
no, but that's why
This
if we
shit is
took it
not
I know,
good.
Scott.
It's
If
not
we took
good.
it seriously last year, the worst we got was the 5th pick
We
to
don't
get
know
Asa.
that. We don't
No,
know that.
wait. If we would, that's what we would have gotten. If we would have had the worst record, we would have gotten the fifth pick, right? Having the worst record, you could have got a top guy, and I'm still fine with Yegor at the end of the day because of what he's doing, but not taking
That's the
last year.
worst
But
record. That's
I,
that's only
I, I
guaranteed
know.
to the worst team in the
I know, but
NBA.
Scott, not doing what you did last year to get what you got right now. This is why if you don't get top four at the very least, this is even bigger gut punch because you sacrificed 2 years of everybody's time to try to do this the right way, and you didn't take it seriously. My problem with this front office is they didn't take both years seriously. It's this year they're somewhat taken seriously. Last year wasn't the case because we had a new coach who wanted to really show everybody what he could do. We had a front office that's done what they've been good at, which is not say or do much. Like we don't have a structure to build structure is what I'm trying to get at. Until we have that figured out, just like Jamal was saying, how many rebuilds are going to go through? How about how many years of lack of sustainability are we going to go through? When can we have a year where we're building something real? Not, oh, we're just going through players, going through picks, going through salary caps. Like when have we ever had a year in Brooklyn where every fan is proud of what's being built? Almost no year has the Brooklyn base felt proud. We felt disappointed, yes. We felt confused, yes. But we ever felt proud of a season in Brooklyn? I don't think so. And that's on the front office to figure out. That's why this summer is everything for the Nets to have a shot of some type of future. And if we don't hit a grand slam, it's going to be even tougher to go into the market to get a star because there are teams going to the market right now for sub-tier stars because they realize where they are on the food chain right now, which is we're not built to win yet. But if we go get that star, we're going to be right in the middle. And for the Nets front office, the longer you wait in the bottom middle, the longer you're going to have to build this the right way. So I don't know what the front office thinking is, but some activity would be nice by tomorrow at the very latest. Or else this is going to be a very, very underwhelming deadline for the Nets and their future aspirations.
Right, right. This solidified what I was talking about when Cam Johnson talked about the Brooklyn Nets and Jordy Fernandez being the most let it fly coach in the NBA. Yo, he gave Cam Johnson the actual green light to shoot a lot. And he actually got his numbers up really good. I mean, and he's doing the same thing with Michael Porter Jr.
Not doing
It
with the
seemed
rookies, though.
well. I mean, I don't. You got to hit the shot though.
But you got to let them take the shots. You can't bench
I
them for
mean, oh
5
come
minutes and
on
say,
now,
oh,
they not shoot.
you got to be
They not
benched.
shooting. They not shooting. They
They're
not
not part of the
shooting.
system. The only
Oh
reason
yes,
MPJ
they
gets to
are
shoot so
part
much
of
is
the
because the system's built
system.
around them.
Oh
Really? They
come
weren't part of the system until
on,
Utah. Utah, when we played three rookies and ran off the
come
system,
on.
there was actually a system there.
They
Lately, it hasn't
shooting.
been a system
I
because we've
watch.
interacted
I
with it.
watch. I watch our bigs. I watch Wolf take shots and miss them. Not one shot, not two shots, not three shots. Miss multiple shots.
And when was this? The recent game against Detroit?
Yeah, against
We were all
Detroit.
getting
Against
pummeled.
the
He
game
was
against
barely got to be
Utah.
part of anything.
The game against Utah too.
He was good. He was good in that game. Come
Yeah,
on,
but he
Scott.
missed. I'm just saying. Yeah, he made some good plays. Yes, he did. But I'm saying he's part of the offense, man.
Well,
Don't listen
now
to
he
the
is.
narrative. Don't listen to the narrative that he don't let them play. He does let them play.
Scott, he benched Yegor and Nolan last game after what? How many minutes did Yegor play? 14 minutes? And
Yeah,
Nolan played
14 minutes.
11? How's that going to let it fly and let him work on this stuff? Shorty, I get it. He wants perfection from these rookies, but you know what? They're going to go through these games of adversity against top-tier teams who are just better than them. That's what Jordy don't want to admit. Jordy thinks it's philosophy that it's going to make these guys better. No, it's let them work through the crap they're going through right now. Every rookie has gone through this in their first-year careers, but not letting them play, not letting them get acclimated to that so they get better, that's where Jordy's faltered throughout this season. Yeah, you can give Terrence Mann and MPJ all the shots he wants, but you got to let the rookies get a green light to show something, to show that they can figure it out. Even if they're getting decimated, they got to be given the time.
He gave.
Not,
He
I gotta
gives.
bench
He
him
gives.
to make him
He
better.
gives Yegor a green light. Yegor got a green light.
Diego's had a green light because he's been able to figure some things out, but the other rookies,
Well,
I don't always see it.
that's because they don't figure it out. I
They don't
mean,
get the time
if
a
I
lot to
tell
figure it
you, if I tell you go left and you go right, what are you telling? What are you? No, 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 no. Sit down until you be able to go left.
Yeah,
Sit
let's
down
watch
until you
more.
be
Let's
able to
watch
go
more
left
Tanner
because I
Stan,
don't want
Tyrese
you.
Warren,
I
Wilson
don't want
minutes.
you to
Yeah.
go and do what you want to do, and you haven't earned that. You don't earn it. You ain't earned nothing.
Jalen Wilson has earned the playing time he's gotten recently. The guy
Well,
still shoots
Jalen
jump up
Wilson been in the
threes.
league for a long time.
Oh no, he has. He's been like 3 years and he hasn't done
Yeah, well,
much.
that's
Come
longer
on.
than a rookie.
Okay, and these rookies have bigger, brighter futures than Jalen Wilson does right now.
Oh,
Wilson gets to shoot threes all the time.
there are a lot of people that come in and come right out of the league, man.
I'm just saying, Scott. That what I'm just saying, it's kind of
That's just a
hypocritical
lot
what
of. There's another class coming right in.
MPJ is saying about Jordy because that philosophy doesn't exist for our rookies right now. The let it fly rule. He only gives it to MPJ because he knows MPJ. But that doesn't make you a good coach. You got to get to know the unfamiliar guys, the guys that you had a hand in drafting last summer. And I feel like for Jordy, he still hasn't fully trusted
Yeah.
them. But when he keeps doing these dumbass benches with them, it's not making the rookies better. It's making them go, oh, if I falter or I even don't play perfect,
Well, I
even if I'm
listen.
screwing up, if I'm not playing perfect the way Jordy wants me to play, oh my half my quarters go away. That's not good.
Gallo's right. We don't really know his plan. I really don't know his plan. I'm just going by what I see. I can't, and I mean, I understand you're going to miss shots. Even pros have bad dot. Even pro shooters, people who are shooters, even superstars have bad games. But
Of course.
that's not what I'm trying to say is Danny Wolf had opportunities to shoot and show his shooting skill. You can't just keep saying you shoot your way out of it in 5 or 6 games. You didn't shoot yourself out of it
Did you see what he did
as a
against Durant
rookie,
the other day? He went full body against Durant at the rim and scored over him. Claxton did like five
right?
quick points and that or five quick makes, and that was it. But you saw what Wolf did? Not being afraid to go head to head with one of the best centers in the NBA and score over them.
Yeah, but he
That's the
only did that
potential with
one
Wolf.
time. It wasn't like
Still, it was better than what
he
Claxton did.
wasn't.
Claxton had to do the Euro step to go over
Yeah,
somebody. Danny
but
Wolf just goes
but
full body at you when he has
yeah,
an
but
advantage. When
the
he has his advantage.
yeah, but what I'm saying is he only did that one time.
And it was better than the way Claxton scored over Durant, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
but you don't give him a green light because he did it one time.
At the end of the day, you saw how great Detroit is and how not great we are because of the physicality differences. That's part of the development is these guys can't grow
I
muscles automatically. It's a process of months and maybe a year for these rookies to get the muscle Jordy so desperately wants them to have. But you
right.
can't just
I
bench them because they're not
understand.
physically there yet. That means you're taking
Yeah,
away their
yeah.
chances to develop
I
on
agree.
offense.
I
Even if they don't
agree
have
with you with
physicality yet.
that.
That's all
It
that's
takes
all I'm saying,
time.
Scott. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I agree with you with that. Yeah, I agree. It takes time. It takes time. I give them time, but they're
It
not
definitely
there yet.
does. Right.
They're not there yet. Something, hey, you got people on the team that's making more money than you.
All right, and that's why this deadline is going to be so
You
interesting.
got to play them. You got to
If
play
the
them.
Nets are going to do any business, tomorrow makes the most sense because Thursday they're in Orlando. They're traveling tomorrow to Orlando. So if there's going to be any business moves, you figure Sean want to make them before a game. Probably be hard to do trades before a game on Thursday. So tomorrow kind of is the Nets' last chance to get involved, do something, unless they're going to be part of a Giannis deal on
Yeah,
Thursday at the latest. But I figure there has to be some activity tomorrow because Thursday, I don't think there would be a lot of activity when they're playing on deadline day. So I would say tomorrow's like our deadline at this point, and that's kind of sad because we had all this time to do stuff,
yeah.
and the longer we
Gallo's right.
wait, the less
Yeah,
options we run out of.
Diego can't he can't self create yet that well. He can. He has a little move. I've seen him
He's a
make
good
it.
shot maker, just not a great shot
Yeah,
creator yet. That's
yeah,
the best
yeah,
way to
yeah,
define his
yeah.
offense.
Well, but as of right now, some people
Right.
say you can develop that. You can. You can. And it might take 3 or 4 years, but you can.
Right. And as far as the MPJ stuff goes, not hearing a lot. Unless Detroit or the Warriors, if Warriors don't get Giannis, make a late run, it's looking likely MPJ will be here past Thursday just because there's been not been a lot of there's been interest, but it seems like teams weren't desperate to get him this year because some teams weren't in a desperate spot. The Warriors were in a desperate spot, but it got even more desperate when they lost Jimmy. Instead of going after a third option, they went after a franchise guy. So I understand that. So it looks like MPJ likely won't get moved, but it seems the highest trade pieces are Daron and Claxton. So we'll see tomorrow if Maybe a team ups their offer with us or calls us, or Sean Marks picks up a phone and calls them. It's just right now that's where
I
it's
don't
looking
think.
at.
Yeah, I don't think Sean is turning down any calls. That's for sure.
I hope not, and
Nah, he ain't turning down no calls. Or
especially with
who?
Haywood and Thomas. Like we get it. Haywood still has a little value, but he hasn't played in Cam. He can score, but still, if you're going to trade him for anything, you got to, it's kind of like what you can get at this point because nobody really wants to get Cam on their own unless we're taking back a bad second and a small salary. So that's why Milwaukee wants to call us because they have a small salary in Gary Harris. They have a Utah 2026 second, which is protected. Like that's kind of where Cam values at. So if Sean can't even take that from a team like Milwaukee, if they're offering, then waiving Cam Thomas is bad business at the end of the day. He still scores 20 plus points a game when he cares about playing. So that would be a horrible outcome if we trade Cam for nothing at this point and you just let him go.
Well,
That would kind of be a bad move.
well, I hope Cam goes someplace where it is what it is. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it. It is what it is.
it should get
He's
sorted by tomorrow at the very latest. If this is his last game, hopefully he has a good game at least, so at least people can remember, hey, at least Cam went out being Cam. Instead of Cam went out being miserable, went out with no comment BS or ain't crap funny. Like I hope Cam at least tonight has a decent game where it gives final teams a chance to go. Can we work with this kid? Can we find a way to see potential future with this kid? Like I
But
think this
then
is
again,
Cam's
we
last chance to
saying
show something to them.
we saying this, and we know Sean is can be different. So
Yeah,
Cam could be on this team
I'd be
after the
shocked.
deadline.
There'd just be no reason to keep him at this point. Like he's unhappy at this point. He's gonna walk. So why have him play empty games if the relationship is not there?
If
Like
he helping the tank, then let him help be the tank master. What's the problem?
tell you, listen, if Cam was on
What's
a
the
good team,
problem
he
with
wouldn't be
that?
helping
What's
nobody
the
with Teddy.
problem with that? What's the problem with that?
It's
Ain't
just
that
not.
that? I mean, that's what we want, right?
That's just like selling pity tickets at that point with
I'm just
Cam.
saying that ain't that what we want?
I want to see the rookies develop, and Cam, if he was
Yeah,
a
I'm
part of
just
his
saying
future,
they ain't
if
going
Cam
to
was a
develop.
part of his future, he could develop with them, but he's not. He's
I
just
mean,
not.
well, listen, I'm just saying, ain't tanking part of what we want to do?
We want to see the rookies develop with
You
players
want
that
you want
fit
the
their
rookies to
system.
get rocked in this league because we've been getting rocked.
Every rookie gets rocked at first year. Like I
No,
mentally
not
prepared
like this.
myself for stuff like this,
50-point
Scott. If anybody else
losses,
did it, that's their
50,
problem. I prepared
50,
for stuff like this,
50-point
and we did this.
losses, 50-point losses is being
Hey,
rocked. Is
That's the Jordy
every
system
rookie in the
right
league?
now.
Listen,
That's the Jordy
listen.
system.
Every team in the league. Think about it. Nobody's getting 50-point losses because you got rookies. You got 5 rookies, man.
And that's the front office and the coaching staff's job to figure out.
Okay,
They
then
took on the
that's
censure.
well, they can't because you can't play 5 rookies and think it's cool. Think you're
Then we
going to
need a
learn
change in
anything?
management. Then
What are you
Scott, if that's the
learning? What are
case.
you learning? You learning how to lose?
What is Jordy teaching these guys? Is there any systems outside of MPJ
How
that can
can you
actually
teach
work for a few
somebody if
minutes?
you got 5 rookies? This is the dilemma with. I'm gonna tell you. If I was Michael, please trade me, please. I like the team. I like the people. I like the place. Everything is lovely. I get to do what I want. But you got 5 guys here. I'm teaching like kindergarten class.
That's on
You
Jordy.
can't. This is
Listen,
this is not. It's not. It's not. No. What are you learning?
Listen, MPJ did his job to raise his value. I can never fault the guy for that. He put us in a great spot with where we could go in his future. But Jordy, this was a guy who had a mystique about him a year ago because look what he did with junkyard pieces. Now you actually get rookies. Where I said this to you, Scott, a long time ago. We're gonna find out who Jordy the man is. Not Jordy the myth. Not Jordy the guy, the Euro coach that wins medals or does stuff with the Kings. It's who's Jordy Fernandez on Brooklyn, and he's a guy that has hit a wall. He doesn't know how to get the rookies to play what he wants them to play, but he doesn't know how to lower his level to fit their level
Yeah,
to move forward together. It's either do what I want
that's
or I'm
fair.
benching
That's
you.
fair.
And that's not a good way to teach the rookies, even if they are getting their butts kicked. They have moments where they can fight back. I'd rather see them fight back and show something during a bad game. Just like what you said, feel deflated for 4 whole quarters, get nothing accomplished, and just get your ass kicked. Like, that's not development. I agree with you, but that's on the coach. Jordy can't get no free passes here.
Well, you
And
can't. You can't. Then it's not just on the coach. It's on the GM too.
Yes,
It's
of
on the
course.
GM too because you picked the wrong players. You picked the
Listen,
wrong
Sean Mark's
players.
contract should not be picked up this summer. Once the
You
season
picked
ends,
the
April
wrong
13th,
players.
his contract should not
You
be picked
picked
up.
the wrong players. You
What
picked the
Joe
wrong players.
what Joe should do is say, Sean, I appreciate you giving me for 10 years. You've done what you can, but I need a new fresh set of eyes. I need somebody with a vision, and I can still keep you in my office as some type of assistant or whatever. But I need a GM that gives this team a direction because clearly you've had 10 years, but I don't see the vision. So I think Joe needs to find his voice as an owner and figure out where we're going because all we heard Joe say this year was we have a lottery pick. That's
Yeah,
all Joe said this year. We have a lottery pick, not
could
where we're
you?
going. It's just we have a lottery pick.
Yeah.
That was it.
Gallo said, you know what? It does go on Jordy's resume. And yo, listen, I looked at his winning loss record. He'll never get out of this hole. He'll never be a 500 coach. It's a damn shame. He ain't gonna never get out of these ass whippings that this team is getting. Is scarring Jordy for life.
The the only way to figure out this Mets situation is what Lee said. Look what other teams have done. Look what Indy did get in Halliburton. Look what OKC did get in Shea. You have to trade for some type of young star piece to be part of what you're building. So if there is somebody out there, you got to get him soon because, like you said, nobody's waiting for anybody. They'll snatch that young star. They'll snatch that vet star because they want to beat you. So for Sean Marks, this impatience with time, with waiting so long, it's not a good thing. It really isn't. And Ribby, what's going on with your Knicks, man? I thought they were going to get Giannis. Barely the Knicks are last in the Giannis sweepstakes, my guy. So if we get a star next summer, we're coming for the Knicks, my friend. Nah, but your team is in a decent spot. But still, you ain't get Giannis, man. Your team is just not that smart. And plus, you gave us six first for mid-count, man. So good luck.
Yeah, but he right though. We ain't gonna win jack shit with five rookies, man. We're not winning nothing with five rookies, man. I'm telling you, and I keep telling people, people keep saying you need to play them so they'll learn. Learn what? Learn how to take that stick. Are you crazy? That's not a Jordy's resume is going to be tore out of the frame when he lead the Nets. It's going to take him 10 years to get that win loss column to 500. Word up. I ain't gonna lie. What's up, Lee? What's good? What's the word? Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, I ain't see this shit on the screen, but yeah, you're absolutely right. This, which is one of the reasons why I believe that Jordy is going to be a part of a carousel. Right
Yeah,
now,
he's a step
yeah,
stool.
he's steps. Yeah, he definitely is. And
Yo,
in the
that's a
next couple of,
shame though, because he's a decent coach probably.
I mean, he's still a decent. I don't know where the decent part is coming in at, man. I mean, like I'll be honest with you. Just in terms of his head coaching career is already off to a bad start. Um, it is what it is, man. Like I'm not really, but I came in here, bro. Do you see these fucking deals that have been taking place today, bro? Like this shit is ridiculous, bro. Like it seemed like the NBA just started calling owners up and be like, yo, we need some ratings, bro. Like, yo, y'all need
Yeah,
to do
got to
something.
start moving something,
Y'all
right?
got to start moving some shit right now, bro. Like, I'm like, what I'm like, bro, Triple J to Utah, bro. Like, yo, what the hell is going on?
I
Like,
didn't. I know nobody saw that. I know
Triple
nobody
J
saw.
to Utah. John Morant is still in Memphis, bro. Like,
Le- Leaf. The Bulls have made more moves than we have, and they were supposed to rebuild years ago, and they're in a better spot than we are, man. That's just how bad
I
we're
don't know
being
about
run
that.
right now, man. This is
I don't know.
horrible.
The Bulls look like the farmers market franchise. Everybody just trading for them just to get what they want, bro. But I'm like, come on, bro. You got Booch off of there. Like, all right, the Celtics needed a center. They got one. Got somebody that can rebound, stretch the floor. So, all right, I guess we ain't trading Clax to no Celtics no more. I
We
guess
had
that's out
months
open
to do
question.
that with Boston, though. Like Sean Marks, man, this guy just
I
wastes time.
mean,
Like if you don't get his two first round picks, it's like,
Sean
see ya.
Marks.
I can't.
Sean Marks is he's a wait your turn. Wait till the off season, bro. Oh, yeah, there it go. It fell on my lap type of goddamn GM, bro.
Yeah,
We
that's how
know
he
this.
operates.
We
Pathetic,
know
though,
this, bro.
honestly.
If the Mikel deal taught you nothing, it taught you that he is a wait your turn, get in line and type of guy, bro. It's like it is what it is. But the rest of these deals didn't make no sense. I don't know what Minnesota got out of that deal with Chicago with Scott Conley and
They they got
Jaden
rid of
Ivey.
they got rid of luxury taxes to make a slot for Giannis. That's what they did with that deal. It was just they got
Oh,
money. They got money essentially.
oh,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah,
Oh, so the Giannis sweepstakes is still alive and well. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's still
yeah.
alive.
It was
Yep.
it was reported. It was reported just
Shit,
now that the Bucks like. It was
bruh.
just it was
It's,
reported that the Bucks
hold up,
like Minnesota's player package over Miami
Danny.
and
Hold up,
Warriors right
hold up.
now.
I know y'all saw. Danny Ainge gave up three firsts for Triple J. What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Walter
Danny
Clayton
Ainge
and Walter Clayton.
and what? Never mind the rookies, bro. But you gave up three firsts for Triple J. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
one for each initial.
Do
One
you
for each initial. One for each initial.
hold up? So wait a minute. So you telling me that the Utah Jazz is about to start competing? Like
Yes.
now?
Next year, next
Well,
year they
next
want
year. Next year. I think next year.
I'll be
Leaf
honest.
Leaf. They want Leaf
Oh,
JJ and Kessler. They want a big front court.
I mean, we seen Triple J and Kessler in the FIBA games, and we saw them get chewed up
Right.
like goddamn kibbles and bits, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like that front line don't work. How's that front line work in the league, bro? Like, what are we doing?
They
Like, bro,
reaching.
we
They reaching. They
they got
reaching.
chewed. They got chewed up like a baby toy, bro. Like they reaching for that. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
they reaching. They
this
reaching.
is
They
the
they
team that
they just
y'all.
go with a
Hold
12
up.
player strategy. That's all it is. They go with a 12-player strategy. H is scoring guard,
I
Laurie
mean,
at
yeah,
three,
I understand
JJ at
that, but
four.
here's the thing: the problem with that, bro. Like, if the Utah Jazz is still in quote unquote tank mode with Triple J and Laurie marketing, bro, I have no reason to believe that the NBA is gonna hand them AJ DeBonson, bro. Like, I have no reason to believe that they're not gonna do that. I
That
really
was
don't, bro.
crazy.
Y'all just they just got two match players, and now they still in tank mode, and they can tank out, bro, and still mess around and get AJ DeBosa just cause, bro. Like now you got him, Ace Bailey,
That would
Triple
be
J. You
horrible
got
for everybody.
bro.
Oh,
You just build a team in Utah
yep.
and a ranked
That's what he
champs.
wants to do. That's what he's doing here.
So
He's he,
hold
it's
up. So you think hold up. Let me make sure I'm seeing this right. So OKC and Indiana, two middle American teams, just got out of the finals. So we promoting middle America to the stupid people. That's what we doing.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
What Utah did, Leaf, is they used their cap space for the summer to get Jaren Jackson Jr. Brian Windhorst created this new term, pre-agency. Get the stars before free agency, because like you said, Leaf, it don't exist anymore. The only thing that exists is the trade market. So what Utah did was to set themselves up in a position to compete and tank at the same time right now. And
That's
and they
crazy.
pulled it. They pulled it off. They pulled it off at the moment.
That's
At the moment.
crazy. That's crazy because now they get the whole on to their 2026 pick
Yep.
and have a former defensive player of the year, former All Star in Laurie marketing,
Yep.
and you still get the tank,
Yep.
and they going and you in Middle America, and two of Middle American teams just got out of the finals, bro. You in a rectangular state? You mean to tell me the NBA is promoting Middle America now?
That's what it looks like.
F LA, F Chicago, F Miami, F New York, bro. Like the tri-state, they promoting Middle America. That's
Yeah. Middle America. That's what they're
Also,
going
if they
for.
well, here's the thing: if they don't continue tanking, if that pick falls out of top
you
eight,
gotta
it
make
goes to
something NFL. The
OKC.
way they promoting this shit, I'm like, bro, the Kansas City Chiefs, they moving from Kansas City, Missouri to Kansas City, Kansas. Exactly
Yep.
state.
Yep.
A lot of people don't do this, bro. The NFL just got done paying all that money to the state of Missouri for moving the Rams to LA for no reason. They moved the Rams to LA for no reason. That's why Kansas City been on all of them damn championships. So they got tired of them. All right, yo, let's move to Middle America. Hey, Middle America needs some bread. Let's build the market up. So you mean to
Yeah.
tell me I moved? Yeah, I got to move from Middle America. I got to get out of Texas now.
Wait,
Hell with this
guys,
shit.
guys, the game's about to start. But here's my question
F
for
that
we.
game, man. 20 more
No,
minutes, man.
wait. Before we go though, is this Cam Thomas' last game in Brooklyn? I ask you both right now. Is it?
I hope
No.
so, bro. Like
No, I don't think so though.
I think it could be. That's where
I
I'm
don't
at.
think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think it is, but I hope so, bro. Like, listen, after the thing that Jay just sent me, bro. Like, oh, I got to play this actually because this was on Jay had sent me this and tagged me to Twitter and Instagram.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me
He's
play this,
saying the
bro.
same thing too.
Hold on. Yo, hold up. Hold up. Imagine being in the Buffalo Bills jersey, bro, talking about the Nets, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, there's all types of L's going on in this video right now, bro. Like, I'm not like, you listen, it's a lot of organizations, bro, that you could be a fan of, but the Buffalo Bills, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, bruh, it's BILLS. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls, bro. Like, what is your problem, bro? Like, why are you even remotely talking about the Nets, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? I get we in the shitter and we probably in a crisis after what happened today. Triple J going to a rectangular state, bro. That is wild. That is
Yeah.
What's
some
even
wild shit.
well, here's the wild thing. If
For
they don't
three
protect that,
firsts. For
well,
three
here's the thing.
firsts.
Leaf, here's the thing. They are tanking right now, but if that pick is not within top 8, it goes to OKC. If James Harden leaves the Clippers, they're still in the lottery with OKC's pick. So OKC
That's
right now, they
crazy.
haven't done nothing, but they're still in a power play position. So Utah better be careful with managing those minutes because that pick falls out, it goes to OKC, which would be
That
crazier.
which is wild because OKC, bro, like in terms of draft capital, bro, like I understand we got a lot of it, but OKC they just undefeated when it comes to draft capital, bro. Like
Yep.
we cannot get over these dudes at all, bro. This shit is nuts.
We
Scott,
should
bro,
trade
like
with
he like
OKC.
I saw some of these deals, bro. I damn near tripped in the house, like and fell, bro. Like I was like, oh, like niggas going, like, what, Chicago?
I think all the work that OKC did is just coming to fruition, and eventually they will have to pay some of these players, and they not. We
Well,
know what their
they
mo
don't gotta
is.
pay
I don't
Shea
I don't
till
I
they don't
think
gotta
I
pay
think
Shea
They're
for
J
not
I
2
going to
more
think
do
J
it.
Dub
years.
I
Wait,
They're
think
Scott,
going.
they
J
don't
I
gotta pay
think
Shea
J
for
Dub
2
and
more years.
I think J Dub is probably going to be the first person out. If I
Yeah.
had to
Nah,
say,
I don't see Jada.
and
I think if
no. The reason being is based bro. We got to understand what J Dub did last year. He not only won a championship, he was a all NBA. He made an all NBA team, an all
Yeah.
defensive team, and he was an all star, bro. Bro, you got to
He
cough
did.
up some bread.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
were going to
they're
trade
probably
him.
gonna get rid of the corners though. Hartenstein, unfortunately, Caruso, maybe Kason Wallace. Like there are corner pieces they can still get rid of to keep Williams, Chet, and Shea together for a little longer after that. Plus they have those picks, so there's ways to navigate it. But if I was Brooklyn, if Sean Marks wants to do one good move, if it's all he's gonna do, talk to OKC, do a pick swap, get some of their picks for this summer. They don't need all 4 of those picks right now. If there's a team that OKC could trade with where they benefit and we benefit, it's the Nets. I don't know. I would be shocked if we don't really talk to them about a pick swap deal of some sort because OKC don't need all those picks right now in this draft. They're a pretty
Yeah.
solid team. Like this like some team has to talk to them about swapping picks at this point.
The thing is, OKC, they feel like they need them picks because they going off the same mantra
Right.
that they've been going off of since they landed in OKC. That mantra is nobody's coming to OKC. So a lot. Listen, don't get
So
me
we're gonna
wrong. They
draft you.
they luck they lucked yeah they lucked up getting SGA and him turning out what he turned out to be.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
lucked
you
up
need
Right.
getting the
luck.
rest of. They lucked up getting the Caruso trading for Caruso when they did. That was a good trade, and
Zero
they traded
picks.
and yeah,
And
yeah,
Hartenstein
and
moved.
And the Hartenstein move. That's because the Knicks are stupid. But
Yeah,
so really, so they
Mm,
caught another. So they caught a stupid team lacking, like we caught a stupid team lacking. But the main objective in OKC is the fact that we are going to trade or go through the draft. That's the main objective.
right.
The free agency market is no longer a market anymore, bro. The Nets are the
Right.
only team holding on to dollars just cause. We need to
Right.
start trading. It's time to start making trades and getting some chemistry in here because it seemed like the only person that you need chemistry with is not even the players, it's the coach. Jordy needs players that know how to run his damn system.
And
yeah.
It's
that's the
just that
problem is
simple.
we don't have those players. But Jordy can't get mad at the rookies for it. It's not the rookies' fault they're part of such a bad team. That's the front office fault. So it's called pre-agency now. There's no free agency. It's if you have cap space and picks. If there's a young player that fits your system, do everything in your power to get him. Standing by and doing nothing though, it does nothing but prolong the mediocre level we're at right now. So if that's the case, then there's going to be no investment from anybody. This summer is make or break for Brooklyn. If this isn't a good summer for everybody, for the draft, for free agency, we're going to be in trouble. There's no other way to talk about it. Like this front office needs
Listen,
to wake up quick.
I agree with you, but I think one of the things that we need to do is put. We're not gonna be able to put no OD team together, bro. We got to put a
All
chemistry
right,
squad together, bro. Like to
all right,
me, I think that's the closest thing you could do because if you put a squad together, then you get to save a certain amount of money and then go after something
A big
crazier down the
fish
line.
later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
but in the meantime, you got to have a reason for players to want to go there, like it was back when we had D'Lo and Karis LeVert, bro. We won 42 games with a snitch and a dude, bro, with a bad heart,
Yo,
in a future pre-K principal. That's what we won. That's what we won 42 games with.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
what we
No, he
won
right.
42 games with, realistically. So we
Don't
got
Yeah.
don't
listen
get Jared
somehow,
Dudley.
some way. Some I'm listen. I don't know who Jared Dudley is, bro. Like, listen, somehow, some way, bro. I don't even know who that is, bro. Like, somehow, some way, we gonna have to put some type of chemistry together to where Jordy know at least more than what 3 or 4 to 5 or 6 players on the roster is capable of and how they could run it.
Right.
Right now, don't get me wrong, the rookies is not responsible for being here, bro. Like, but at the same time, the front office in Jordy had a hand in these picks. They let Jordy
Exactly.
get some damn picks, and we see what's going on, bro. This shit is not progressing fast enough. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, bro. Like, if for any Nets fan that's gonna see this and want me to spin and be like, "Yo, you impatient?" You damn right I'm impatient. The reason why I'm impatient is because we got free agency dollars sitting on the side for who?
Right. And we got to spend
They're
this
not gonna.
$15 million. We can't just hold on to this extra cap space right now. So if there's going to be a deal, it's got to get done tomorrow. Or else I think that money just becomes dead money. Like, you
That's
cannot
a
just have an
fact.
asset and not use it. Like, what's
That's a
Sean Marks'
fact.
excuse going to be? Oh, we did all of our business last summer. That's why we didn't do anything. No, that's not an excuse. That means you just were too lazy to do your damn job. Oh, come on.
Listen.
You gotta
These
stop.
are all facts. But listen, Scott, I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like a lot of these deals that went down today,
Yeah, that was crazy.
a lot of this shit look like troubleshooting a old computer, bro. Like that's what it looked like. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like some of this shit is ridiculous, bro. Like I'm looking at it on my phone, bro. God damn, bro.
I,
Like what the, like.
you got him. You got to admit though, Lee. Brad Stevens is a genius. He traded Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, and Anthony Simons. They didn't have to give up one first to get off of all that freaking salary. Sean Marks had to get rid of Patty Mills, Joe Harris with draft capital attached to him, and this other guy didn't have to give up one first to do something like that. Like Brad Stevens is a good GM,
Which is
man.
why I mean I give Brad Stevens some credit, bro, but I feel like Brad Stevens even like he's running the Celtics, bro. Like he got a lot of help. It ain't hard to really mess the Celtics up. like
Yeah.
in the position that they in. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do was just flip the Simons contract again, flip a couple of other contracts from the championship team, and then now you got Vucevic expiring. You got your center that you needed, man. He got an expiring deal. You got other aspire. You still got your collateral pieces that you had from the championship year, like Hauser and Pritchard and of course you got JB and JT. You got JT trying to come back. Um, the reality is that they got to figure out how to build that team a second go around because while they still got JB, the he's gonna start making 50 to $60 million a season soon.
Right.
So we got to remember they got two super duper max players on their team, and they not. And by the time this CBA starts to come to an end, they not gonna be able to afford both of them contracts on their team.
Most definitely.
I
Most
I
definitely.
guarantee you, one of them is traded, man, before their contract is over.
If they didn't win a title, they were going to break up. We saw the rumors that they were going through something personally before they started winning. So it's like they win winning titles what kept
Yeah.
that together. But I agree, all good
Right.
things will come to an end eventually. But I'll give it
Yeah.
to Stevens. He knows how to think. Sean Marks, I don't even know what his plans are. We never know what this guy's plans are, but we always hear in the rumor circle, oh, Sean wants to facilitate. He wants to collect assets. And then deadline day comes, crickets, crickets, crickets. Like I'm telling you, his camp does a good job of feeding us BS because when it comes time to see what's actually on the plate, it's an empty plate. There's a breadcrumb
Sean
maybe.
Marks, Sean Marks, Sean Marks is not the needle mover that everybody thinks he is,
I
bro. Like
never
I'm
saw him
Yeah.
telling
as a
you,
needle
bro. Like
mover.
I mean,
Yeah.
Never.
like
He's not. He's
like
not.
the front. Listen, you got to have somebody stupid in the front office before you get somebody smart. And Sean Marks is that stupid puppet right now, bro. Like it is what it is, bro. Like I'm not here to complain about what's what. I'm here to be negative. I'm here to be ignorant, man. I'm here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because my front office is and the damn franchise is, bro. That's all I'm seeing. I'm
Yeah.
Right.
like I said it before and I say it again. I'm gonna always support the Nets, but that don't mean I gotta support the business practices that's taking place inside the organization.
That's
Most
It's
right.
some shit
definitely.
right
Most
now.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They got to straighten it out.
They gotta clean this shit up, bro. Like that's all it is. I'm gonna tune into the game, man, because I know we gonna get beat
Yeah.
the hell up, bro. Like so,
Yeah.
I
We're
mean,
gonna.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna step off right now and come back after the game. Yo,
yeah. Let me
but
do that.
thanks Lee for being here. Thanks John.
No
Check
Yeah,
them out.
problem.
I
Good one,
got the
guys.
links inside the in the
yeah.
description. Thanks guys. Thanks Jamal and Ribby. Who else was also
Jelio. Jelio.
yeah, Jaleo
And
and
Jovan.
Javon Ship, of course. My regular crew, my hanging crew. Thanks for in the chat. We'll see you after the game. Thanks. Like and subscribe,
Peace.
please. Peace.